Goku, Vegeta, and Broly. Three Saiyan rivals who survived the eradication of their planet through three different means. Goku was of course sent to Earth in a pod. Vegeta was off-planet on a mission and joined the Frieza Force. And Broly escaped with his father to planet Vampa. All three of these Saiyans were shaped by these events. But what would happen if these events shifted? Let's turn the dial once. What if Goku was the one who joined the Frieza Force? What if Vegeta landed on planet Vampa? And what if Broly was the one who landed on Earth? Goku would have been on a mission with his older brother Nappa, pretty much being babysat by Raditz. Goku had a lower power level, so he'd have to be looked after by an older Saiyan. Nappa seems to have a bit of a moral code and would make sure they don't abandon Goku. So Kakarot joins the two in the Frieza Force. He grows up as a low-class warrior, Raditz underling under Nappa. Goku would most likely have a delicate demeanor here since he was already low-class and had to deal with Raditz, who was already rude to him when they were kids. While Kakarot is growing up in the Frieza Force, joining the others and conquering planets, even if reluctantly, Vegeta lands on planet Vampa with his father, King Vegeta. King Vegeta seems to have been pretty strong, so I don't think this is an instant death for the two despite how strong the aliens on planet Vampa are. King Vegeta trains Vegeta, using the monsters on planet Vampa, and they aim to grow enough strength to get revenge on the Frieza Force. Broly, meanwhile, lands on planet Earth by himself, completely lost. He is found by Grandpa Gohan, who tries his best to raise him from then on. Broly, however, accidentally kills Gohan when he's a kid by turning Ozaru, or Grey Ape. Broly would go back to being a shy kid, even if he learned how to have fun while fighting from Gohan. I think Broly would be able to realize what he did, unlike Goku who didn't even understand that he was a Saiyan. Broly's gentle spirit but monstrous strength would make him a good tool for Bulma. And Broly would be desperate for some other authority figure to feel safe now that Paragus and Gohan were gone. So events go similarly to Goku in canon, until Broly accidentally turns Ozaru looking at the moon on Pilaf's castle. He goes berserk, much stronger than Goku was at that point, thus scaring away Bulma and Yamcha, knowing they had no chance. After destroying Pilaf's castle, he probably wandered towards the nearest high power level, the Ox King at his village. Yamcha and Bulma would run ahead to warn Ox King about Broly and how his tail is his weakness. Ox King is probably the strongest person on Earth at this point, and he probably could survive against Broly just long enough for Chi-Chi to throw her blade and cut his tail. Ox King calls his master Roshi, and Roshi decides he has to train Broly in order to stop his overwhelming power from destroying the Earth. This means Roshi does not enter him into any tournaments, since he knows Broly might lose control again and go berserk. So Broly trains not just his body, but his mind as well. He meets Krillin and Launch, and he learns to make real friends who are interested in more than just telling him what to do. Krillin would be quite strong. Training with someone as powerful as Broly should make him at least as strong as Goku was at this point. Krillin would enter the tournament instead, but he'd lose to Jackie Chun in the final round. Then Broly and Krillin team up to take down the Red Ribbon Army. Android 8 would teach Broly a lot about himself, Broly learning how to control his wrath more and be at peace with himself. Krillin and Jackie Chun would then convince Tien to go good and join them, while Broly cheers them on from the sidelines. Broly finally asks if he can enter the tournament. Roshi sees how much Broly has learned of self-control from Android 8. Roshi himself and his friends that Roshi says, yes, Broly can enter the next tournament. Things go bad though, when Broly is forced to fight King Piccolo. 3 years later, he enters the tournament and wins against Piccolo Jr. in the main event. Broly would spare Piccolo Jr., learning to control his wrath, and sees Piccolo as someone who is lonely, just like him. From here is when things change for real. Years pass without issue, until the events of Dragon Ball Z begin. 2 Frieza Force soldiers land on Earth, Chilai and Lemo. They find Broly and say that they're supposed to recruit him into the Frieza Force. Broly would refuse, having settled on Earth with Roshi and Krillin. There they would tell Broly that it's either they go with them, or 2 Saiyans will come to take him down. Broly grows upset at this and says he needs to face the Saiyans. Chilai and Lemo sigh, and tell him what he needs to do in order to defeat the Saiyans, as they are arriving soon. Roshi calls the Ox King and his daughter Chi-Chi, telling them about the Saiyan threats. Piccolo joins Broly once two powerful energies are detected. Piccolo and Broly fly towards Goku and Raditz. Piccolo faces off against Goku, and Broly faces Raditz. Broly would be stronger than Raditz, but Goku would struggle against Piccolo. Raditz would insult Goku, putting him down as usual. Piccolo shares that Goku's power level is lowering as Raditz speaks. Broly pleads that they're all Saiyans, they don't need to fight or conquer. He's made a good life for himself on Earth. Goku would want to hear him out, but Raditz would fight dirty and try to stop Broly as he tries to forge friendships. It's then when Ox King and Chi-Chi appear. Ox King shares that he and Chi-Chi have trained in case Broly ever went berserk, and are ready to fight by his side. Raditz says he has no problem killing them too, but Goku is upset by this. All the planets conquered and innocents killed have been building up inside him, and he lashes out at Raditz just as he's about to attack Chi-Chi. Goku shares that he has made friends in the Frieza Force that don't bully him, don't think it's right to kill others for no reason, that only are there to keep themselves safe. He says there's no reason to do this just because they're Saiyans. He was too young to even remember Planet Vegeta. Raditz would grow upset at this, abandoning the fight. He says he'll be back in 1 year's time with Nappa, and together they'll destroy the planet. In that 1 year, Broly, Goku, the Ox King, Piccolo, and Chi-Chi trained together, with Chilai and Lemo guiding them. Goku reveals he was already friends with Chilai and Lemo, and asks them to go to the planet first. During training, Goku grows close to Chi-Chi, who feels like they have to marry since Goku saved her knight in shining armor. Of course, Krillin, Yamcha, Tien, and Chaozu train as well to join the battle. So after a year, Broly, Goku, and Piccolo are on the front lines as Nappa and Raditz land. They plant Cybermen, with Krillin, Yamcha, Tien, Chaozu, and Chi-Chi each taking them down. Broly, Goku, Piccolo, and King ready to fight Raditz and Nappa. However, soon into the fight, they are interrupted. Vegeta and his father, King Vegeta, land on the planet, both powerful from living on such a hostile planet for so long. King Vegeta commands the Saiyans to bow down to him, but no one would do so. Nappa and Raditz exclaim they thought Frieza killed him, where Vegeta admits they were able to escape on the pod they planned to banish Broly with. There they see Broly, and King Vegeta is actually glad. He says Broly would make a powerful ally to take down Frieza, with King Vegeta able to take the throne yet again. Nappa steps up to King Vegeta. However, Broly says he doesn't wish to conquer, so he joins the fight to defend himself. As Broly, King Vegeta, and Nappa fight, Prince Vegeta fights Goku and Raditz. Goku tries to keep Vegeta from killing Raditz, but Vegeta is much stronger than both of them. Raditz similarly tries to at least spare Goku, more just knock some sense into him. Despite this, Vegeta kills Raditz in front of Goku. Goku grows furious. The power that was suppressed by Raditz's constant belittlement is finally releasing. Goku uses this power in tandem with Piccolo, and is able to defeat Prince Vegeta. Broly calls out to him that there doesn't need to be any more killing, and Goku listens, as Chi-Chi also agrees with Broly, so they spare Vegeta. Broly and King Vegeta are able to take out Nappa, and King Vegeta calls them all weak for sparing his son. They stare in disbelief. How could he talk down to his own son's survival like that? But then King Vegeta kills Nappa right in front of them. He says one life is worthless in service to a king. Broly and Goku team up against King Vegeta, able to defeat him in a tough battle. They share that Dragon Balls can help them stop Frieza, and that there's no need to fight. They decide to spare him, but a stray energy bullet finds its way to him, killing him. It was his own son, Prince Vegeta. He climbs into a pod through the distraction and escapes. He says he'll go to Namek and take over the Frieza Force on his own. So, Goku, Broly, and Piccolo decide to journey to Namek to take out Frieza and Vegeta. They bring along Bulma, Chi-Chi, and Krillin to collect the Dragon Balls while they fight. Broly in his own ship brings Chile and Lemo. The other warriors stay on Earth in case anything goes wrong or they need to defend it. Goku, Broly, and Piccolo are strong enough to make quick work of any Frieza soldiers, and Vegeta goes in power through battles against Kui, Dodoria, and Zarbon. Vegeta eventually agrees to team up with the three, but claims they have to let him wish for immortality if they want to beat Frieza. The others don't agree with that, but they have to fight the Ginyu Force before they can argue. Ginyu switches his body with Broly, since he seems the strongest. But Ginyu is unable to control himself. With Broly's overwhelming power, he's unable to strategize at all. Ginyu can only get enough control to switch bodies again, and decides to switch bodies with Vegeta. Goku picks up a frog as Ginyu tries to switch bodies, and throws it, defeating Ginyu. The rest of the Ginyu Force shouldn't be such a problem, but Broly and Piccolo need to take a break at this point. Piccolo stays with Broly as he heals from his possession in wrathful outbursts. Goku and Vegeta journey on their own, forging a rivalry as they fight together. Krillin, Chi-Chi, and Bulma arrive with the Dragon Balls soon after. Meanwhile, Piccolo senses Frieza at a nearby village. Him and Broly arrive too late, seeing Namek's strongest warrior, Nail, dying. Broly attacks Frieza as Piccolo merges with Nail and grows more powerful than ever. Piccolo commands them to move the fight away from the village, so Frieza destroys the village with one huge blast. This kills the Guru as the Dragon Balls turn to stone just as Goku and Vegeta were about to wish with them. This means Goku, Vegeta, and the others all journey towards the battle in order to join the fight. Frieza is able to keep up with everyone, turning from transformation to transformation. Broly and Piccolo command their wrath as Ki collects in their mouth, blasting Frieza simultaneously. Frieza seems to have vanished completely from the powerful attack. However, a sudden blast takes out Piccolo. Frieza then kills Chi-Chi, whose last words are admitting that she really loves Goku. This causes Goku to go wrathful, becoming a Super Saiyan. Krillin takes Piccolo and Bulma away onto the ship, realizing this battle is too dangerous for them in their weakened state. Super Saiyan Goku, Broly, and Vegeta all team up in a long battle against Frieza and are able to stop him from blowing up Namek. Vegeta kills Frieza and then turns to Goku and Broly. He decides he wants to join the Saiyans on Earth, saying he needs them if he wants to grow stronger. When they arrive on the ship, they phone home and tell them what's happened. Suddenly, Chi-Chi appears unharmed. It seems the other fighters have gathered the Earth Dragon Balls to restore all those innocents killed in the battle, bringing back Chi-Chi and the Namekians near instantly. Vegeta and Bulma leave immediately, not willing to stay on the planet anymore. Vegeta and Bulma get their own ship, and they get to know each other on their ship as they journey home together alone. And they actually have some chemistry due to being, both kind of brats, to say it nicely. Meanwhile, all our good guys step out just to befriend the Namekians, Dendi and Mori, appreciating the warriors. They leave back to Earth on Chile's ship, and we have a happy ending, with the loose thread of Vegeta as an unstable rival. Goku and Chi-Chi get together and have a child together at this point, while Vegeta and Bulma do the same. Broly and Chile get together as well, and they'd probably have a kid of their own. Although I guess they would name their kid Gohan, since Broly was mentored by Gohan in this reality. That is weird, but it would happen. Gohan is a green Saiyan alien kid, it's kinda weird. Anyways, from here, instead of Goten and Trunks getting focused later, it would be these three kids all fighting together, with the story largely going the same, but with Broly added to Goku and Vegeta. Broly would probably finally go Super Saiyan in the Cell fight. You know, instead of Gohan Super Saiyan 2, it'd be Broly turning Super Saiyan. But at the end of the day, he'd probably be the one to sacrifice himself against Cell to stop his explosion. He'd be wished back since that's his first death, and would be able to join Goku and Vegeta against Buu in that saga. Way later, Zamasu would probably become Broly Black, and Frieza never would get brought back for the Tournament of Power since Broly would take his place. I think that should be all for this idea so far, and I hope you enjoyed it. Honestly, this could go one more. For example, what if Goku was the one sent to Vampa? Or what if Broly was the one who joined the Frieza Force? I think that could be the next video, so make sure to subscribe and comment what you think would happen, or if you think I missed any details you think would happen in this alternate timeline. Thanks for watching.